Everyone, and welcome to another weekly analysis on ES. This is September 24th, and we are looking into the week of September 27th. Oh boy, what a week! We had huge drop last week, almost touching June lows. To start our analysis, I'll kick off from the monthly view. And I've done a few channels, and we'll get to those support levels soon, how how I got to those levels and why it matters. But before we do that, let's first actually look at this channel that I've drawn here. And these are some spikes down. This was the 2018 crash, November. That was because of tariff cuts and interest rate hikes and the big techs earning reports, those kind of things. So that was that big drop then. This is obviously COVID drop. But if you look at the channel, this channel, as it's going up here, it really hit that channel on the top this month and starts falling, and the bottom of the channel is somewhere here, which is ironically also lining up to this area of resistance, which now is support. So worth to be taken, and hence I put you cannot guys see that here, but it is somewhere around 35.42. So want to bring your notice to that. Now I like zones where multiple indicators and trend lines converge. So yes, this is one channel we talked about. There is a strong rejection that had to break through on a monthly, and obviously the trend line is also coming where somewhere there around that point. So 3 points of convergence, so definitely a good level to look at. 35.42, why not that far away? We're at 200 points, less than 200 points far from that. Now let's jump into from the monthly to the weekly. And what I want to do is I want to remove this channel, and I'm also going to remove this trend line. So if you look at the weekly, and that's exactly like we multiple weeks here, that strong wick here and strong weekly gain here, we exactly came down and we saw a rejection there. Obviously there has to be a lot of orders here. Now here I want to bring to your notice, I had this level 37.46 here and another here like right at 37.22, and then where this wick was there. So those levels marked, but I was also very sure that 3700 would hold, and I tried along. So I was short from this area, that is around 3780 area, and we'll see why soon about that. And I covered at 3700 and pretty much just covered everything there, and this was like multiple days trade, and I tried along at 3700 and I got stopped out at 36.95. The reason I had 5-point stop because I was very sure that 3700 is going to be a strong level. I usually have 10 to 13 point, and I got stopped out. And I also tried another long at 38.86, which was a gap fill, and I talked about that last weekly update. And I also got stopped out, which I was again sure about that. So that was a 10-point stop, and I lost there. Now what do I do? Like yes, I got stopped out. One thing that we should remember is that this is a downtrend market. Anything against the trend has to be a very small size. I'm usually 1/6 of my normal size, and my stop losses are very tight. Usually I would put anywhere between 15 to 18 points of stop loss to provide some wiggle room. But on these ones I had like 5-point stop losses and 10-point stop losses and very small size, so I did not lose much. I had a very good week because I was with the trend. Keeping this into mind, let's make sure that we again bring to your notice the channel that we broke here. So I will go into my channel drawing here. So I'll try to get as many tops, try to get as many bottoms here. That's it. So that was a big break out of that channel. So let's put that as our resistance area here. So somewhere here. So I'm trying to see if there are any tops here. No. So we'll call that as a resistance there, right there. Okay, so that's quite far away, 3982 obviously. So we are in the 3700s. Now looking at here, we definitely know 3660, that's a topping tail there. We had a strong green candle here, it also sold off there, held that as a support. Definitely a strong area for support. And then that 3 weekly bottoming tails there are 3746, so that's now the immediate resistance for us. So I would try with price confirmation if it ever goes to that area, another short from there. Now we broke down from that area. We did not break the June lows yet, but the way the market is set up now, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna may have a temporary squeeze to that 3746 area, maybe a little bit more, 3800 or so, but we are in a downtrend and this will further break down the June's low. Now with that, let's remove this channel and draw another channel that we know is on the downtrend channel. So if I can draw a good channel, so that's I'll try to get as many tops. So let's say that's a good top there, and as many bottoms as I can. So 1 2 3, quite a few bottoms there. Okay, yes, it's not perfect, but let's work on this one. So if this further sells down, then this area 3542 again is a strong area for us. So 3542 definitely. So let's again, a zone of 35, I would say 3520 to 3540, a very very strong area for support. We see another area here that is 3605, so I'll add another support area, but that's not very far off from 3650 or 3660 area, so around 50 points, but worth trying that area. And obviously we talked about 3241. Now let's remove this zone from here and go into the daily and see if there is anything different. So this is a key area. If you see, this is a W, which is a bullish pattern, and we broke that, so that is the 3746 area. So if we test it from the bottom, so I'm currently in a long and my target is that area to take my profit away. So I'll close almost 90% of my position there and leave some runner to see if it goes further up. So let's add few more areas here. So that's one more area there, so 3840. And obviously we know this is the 3913 and 3982 areas for sure. Now if we don't break 3746, so let's say 3740 to 3750 area, and we sell off, I will not try along again at 3660. I think it is a weak area. It's going to break that low of 3639, and just for our sake we would move this 3660 to 3640, so we don't have to play with a lot of supports, and so we'll keep it there. Now obviously we're way oversold, hence I'm in the long now, and I am very small in size, and I'm going to take my profit immediately at that 37.40 area. I'll not even wait for 46 or anything. So around 37.35 I'll start trailing my long. Now if we dump, we are looking going below. So 36.40, 36.05, 35.42. Before I even go further to do some kind of analysis on what areas we can have further down, let's look for some gaps. And this was the gap I was talking about, that is the 37.96 area. And then as you can see here, there was another gap at 38.46, something like that. 37.96, I cannot find the other gap. Oh well, but I don't see any immediate gaps here as of now. There is a gap down here, so hoping it will go and close that gap, which is 37.63. So let's move our 37.46. So let's put one at 37.40, and we'll add another one at the gap fill, so as a resistance. So if it goes there, definitely if it fills the gap, market loves to fill the gaps, we'll then see, see if it fills a gap and sells off again, or it goes up from there. So that's the immediate levels that I am looking at going to next week. Now let's further look into any other gaps that we have. This is a yearly, so let's move this to like around 10 yearly, and I don't see any gap now anywhere nearby. The only gap, yeah, I don't see any gaps as of now. uh, so yeah, there is a gap way down there. I doubt it'll go down there in the next week or so, but no gaps that we should be concerned about. Now here, one thing that I would like to also discuss is how to trade this. This is a downtrend, so any squeeze, any break up needs to be taken at a smaller size and level to level profit. You can always leave a runner, but I am going to stick to larger sizes on trades with the trend, that is trades that are going down. Now there were some big economic events that were announced last week, which led to all of this sell-off, but the charts tell me that this is a downtrend and we continue this downtrend unless until we really see a reversal. So I'm going to be big on size when I take shorts, but I'm going to be small in size and quickly take profit when I go longs. In my shorts, I can tell you that I usually take 50% off at the first level, not like 70 or 80%, because when price moves down, it goes through multiple levels pretty quickly. So I do not take all my profit out. But in my longs, in such kind of counter trend positions, I would immediately take most of my profits in the first level. I'm not here to guess or even find the bottom or the top, because that's just a losing battle. I will never win against that. What I'm here is that with the trend, I join somewhere with the trend as the trend is going, and then take profit and reset my bias and restart again to jump into the market and take a trade. My primary goal is consistency and win more than lose, and when I lose less. So that way my account would be very happy with me as I trade. Saying that, going into next week, to summarize, I will try a short at the 3740 area and 3766 area, and with price confirmation obviously, and those would be big trades. Currently I'm in a long targeting that 3740 area where I get out of my long. It's again very a small size, and unless and until we really break out of this 3740 and 3760 area, really break out, I'm not going to take a like a big long position. Now to bring that you notice, what we need to do is, if we do some trend lines here, so to really go into the bullish side of the story, I would like this market to capture that, as I said, that 3840 area and start going up. If it does not capture that area at all and it keeps selling this way, I'm not bullish at all. So far what I see here is that the market is bearish, and I'm going to only participate in larger size in with the trend that is bearish in my nature. That's all I had going into next week. Very difficult area to trade, and for beginner traders I would suggest to be small in size and only trade from the levels with price confirmation and gain some confidence by taking profit. And for experienced traders, obviously I don't need to tell much to them. They already know how to trade properly, and as much as, like, as long as they are keeping their stop losses tight and their losses small and their profit large, they'll be fine. Thank you for listening and have a great trading week.